Hello, everybody. Welcome to my weird, wonderful world. And just very briefly, this weekend I was on the hunt for some better glasses. I'm using these ones here temporarily because the pair that I had, they were like the aviator ones. Even if you look at some older videos, you'll see that I have some aviator type glasses. They were glass lenses. I got them at Giant Tiger, but I had lost them. So I went looking for a replacement pair, and I couldn't find another pair of the similar style that I wanted. The closest that I could probably get was these ones here, and I don't like them. I don't like them. They have a weird transition quality depending on where I look. There is almost a transition. If I look straight on, I can see a little bit further, but if I look on the bottom here, everything that's close up suddenly becomes clear. They might they might be actually better glasses for me for work. Then I can see different distances when I depending on where. But they're kind of wonky. I don't really like them. I don't like them the way they look on me, even especially for the video. So I'm not going to wear these. I'll go back to these for now until I find a replacement pair. All right, let's get to the business at hand. I don't want to make this too long. I have picked 12 albums from my collection, okay, that I consider personally, this is my opinion only, this is not consensus, okay, that I consider these not only underrated, but they are for me masterpieces. And now I could have picked another album or two from the same artist of some of these, okay, but I picked what I and it's hard to pick what I consider the best one out of the lot, but I'll give it my best shot. Now, now, some of these albums might have a high fan base. Some of these albums, a lot of people might agree with me. A lot of people might disagree with me. It's all perfectly fine. They have to be actual albums, not any greatest hits, not any compilation albums. They have to be an actual studio album from an artist. Now, for a couple of examples of what's not going to be in my what's not going to be in these 12s and what didn't count really, like this here is the number one best-selling album of all time, according to the sales numbers, okay, still to this day. I do not consider it a masterpiece. I do not consider it a perfect album. There's three songs on it that are like above and beyond the rest of it. The rest of it is kind of meh. There's a couple of little bit of a slump. So to me, it's not a masterpiece, although a lot of people might consider it so, and it's still one of the most popular and best selling albums of all time. But no, it couldn't make the list. Um, these couldn't make the list because even though that they're popular, right? I mean, they are masterpieces. I consider them masterpieces, but they're popular enough that they don't belong in this. They're not. The people who love them do not. They're not underrated. They're not overrated either. They're perfect for what they are. And like the Alice Coopers and the Doors, for example. And you could swap this for any of those six Doors albums, and this for many of the '70s Alice Cooper albums. A lot of those are perfect albums, and but they don't belong in the list because they're not underrated enough. So I want to get to the top 12 here that I have, and they are I consider them underrated. Although some fans of these albums might also agree with me that they're underrated, or you might have different opinions. But this is my personal 12. So now, and there could have now some of these also have other albums in their discography that also would be considered perfect albums and that. But I'll tell you why I chose these ones in particular. Let's start at number 12, at the last place. And again, but all of these are 10 out of 10s. Now it was a difficult ranking on this. Like it was so difficult to rank these, but I did my best to rank them. So at number 12, the last place, here's a Matthew Sweet with 100% fun. Every song is a banger. I love this. I could have easily picked Blue Skies on Mars or In Reverse. I also consider those masterpieces, perfect albums, so yeah, for me, and I'm choosing this ranking according to how much I played the albums, or how much I want to play the albums, or how much I enjoyed them the first time, and that I never get bored of these. Every song of them, there's no boring song on it. There's never a song on them that I will ever get sick of. I can listen to the whole thing. For example, at number 11, there's a Rush Hemispheres. Now, some people would choose 2112. A lot of my friends would choose Moving Pictures, but I have to choose Hemispheres. I just love it. I love it. I'm not only because it has the best of everything of Rush. Okay, this album alone shows the wide range of talent that the band has. They so on the first side they're showing off their concept album idea, like they did with 2112. They're still keeping with that, very very progressive and complete album side, that with chapter breaks, but it's still considered one full song of Cygnus X1 Book 2, which is the Hemispheres part. Then you turn it over. Then if it was on LP, you turn it over, you get Circumstances and The Trees, which are a little bit more radio friendly songs, but still in keeping with their prog roots. And then an epic 9.5, almost 10 minutes. Well, 9.5, yeah, 9.5 minute long epic instrumental that again showcases their wide range of talent. It has been said, if you can play La Villa Stradiato, you can play almost anything. It goes through every little, up and down the guitar, all over the drums, all over that bass. All right, I digress. Should have been higher, could have been higher, but I don't know. I probably again hard to rank, hard to rank. Okay, no, I'm just gonna stick with that. Again, I feel like Hemisphere should be higher, but okay. At number 10, this should probably be at number 11, but whatever. I'm not changing anything now. I'm putting the Black Keys because I'm thinking, oh, is the Rush better than the? This is a rocking album. It's a short little album, only about half an hour long. 12, 12 rocking songs that are just killer from the first note to the last note. I could have easily picked Brothers or Turn Blue or El Camino. All those are masterpieces in my respect. But I think this is a masterpiece. It rocks the whole way through. There's not a sad note or a bad note on this at all. I love it. It's a perfect album and underrated. Underrated. This album for me, I think it's underrated. It's not getting the I don't think it's getting the recognition it really deserves for being such a killer punk album. It's such like where it's a different style of punk that I'm 100% calling it punk, and we're talking about Amyl and the Sniffers with Comfort to Me. This album, my favorite, of course, is Security. I love the video. I know it bothers some people that in the video she's dancing around in a graveyard. For me, the video represents her. I take it as her in the graveyard jumping around, singing this to herself, trying to psych herself up to going to the pub to see that she's been drinking. She's kind of drunk a little bit there, and she wants to get into the bar, and she's hyping herself up to talk to that bouncer that might not let her in. So I think it's an interesting, cool video, and I love her energy. I love all of their songs. The whole album is perfect. I love it all. So that gets at the what is that? The number 9 part. How many do I have left? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. 8 left. So at number 8, and as I move up, and again, so many of these could be interchangeable. Like this could be number 3. This could be number 1. They're pretty much interchangeable because they're all 10 out of 10s. But Can Future Days, and I had to pick one, right? But equally with Monster Movie, and I haven't heard the other ones. I'm waiting to get them. I haven't seen them anywhere, haven't ordered them yet, but eventually I will. Don't take that as an invitation for you to send me one. I will buy one on my own. I do like earning my CDs. I appreciate gifts, but I'm not asking for people to send me any gifts. I'll be appreciative if you do, but that's never my intention. I'm not here to take from you guys. I'm here to try to give you something, give you some entertainment and enlightenment and whatever I can to brighten up your day. So yeah, any one of these could have been, because they're so relaxing. They has such a chill vibe, and I love the stereo play. I love how different it is from other kind of music. Speaking of other kind of music, at number 7 here, and I keep bringing this one up because, or I could have brought the other album, the album that comes after this. The first two albums I could have also put in there, but this one for me stands out, and I keep raving about it. I'm talking about Ogre and their album "Devils in My Detail." It's such an interesting album. It's not a long album. I find when I listen to it, it goes by like that. It just goes by like that. It is not conventional at all. It has so many different atmospheric, and the songs blending into, like, some songs. You know how normal songs, as soon as one song ends, the other song starts, and then there's other songs where it kind of almost, as soon as it ends, the other song starts, like it's connected. And then there's other songs that are kind of blended a little bit. With this album, the songs are really like integrated. They're like, as soon as one song ends, it's so well integrated into the other song. There's breaks, of course, but those breaks are, it's like one giant song that just has different, that goes into different modes. It's an interesting album. At number 7, again, could have been ranked higher. Definitely. This is at number 6. Okay, why? I because I've played this so often out of all the Cake albums, and I so want to play the other ones, right? And I do like the other ones, but I keep always coming back to Fashion Nugget because that. But I just get a kick out of all these tracks. Just the way it starts with Frank Sinatra. I love the distance. It's such a great album. Italian's Leather Sofa was that theme song for that. And again, it's always at the tip of my tongue, but I can't ever remember the name of that cartoon that is a theme song for. And it has "I Will Survive" on it, which it's an awesome, awesome cover song. All right, we are in the top 5, and these top 5 again, they have their fans. There's plenty of people who rave about them and love them like I do, but you don't hear a wide variety of people. You don't. It's not like, it will never be in like Rolling Stone's top 100 best albums of all time list. Not any of these really that I can see. You know. So that's why they're all on this list. And again, this is my personal favorites from my collection. There probably is more, but I picked 12. And so at number 5 here, Bad Religion, and Stranger Than Fiction. I have a couple of other Bad Religion, and they're just awesome. They're all awesome too. I can put them on, and every song is a banger. I never get sick of any of the songs. I can put them on. Now I could have also put on this like I'm picking Bad Religion, but I also could have picked like all what I have for The Offspring, or all that I have for like what's that band, The Hives, for example. Those albums I have for The Hives, I don't even have the best albums for The Hives yet. I still want to get that other album for The Hives. But yeah, this here, so I chose this album of Bad Religion because it always has a soft spot in my heart. I love the lyrics, I love the energy of it, I love the, it's such great. All right, at number four, I was hoping to make it only a 10-minute video, but it's going to be 20 minutes. I'm almost done. I got four more left. And number four, this is an album that I had to get, and it took me a good decade to find it, over a decade. When I started trying to find this and look for this, it was more than a decade before I actually found it. Before it actually came in at Frank's Music, and the only way that he can get it it's a Japanese import, so it cost a little bit more to get. But I don't care how much I had to pay for it. I think I paid like $30 for it, but it was worth every penny. And I'm talking about Voivod and Nothing Face. They have an awesome cover song of Astronomy Domine by Pink Floyd, which I do actually have that album of Pipers at the Gates of Dawn. But this whole album, again, I never get tired of it. I can put it on, and every song is mesmerizing. Those lyrics, that particular guitar sound that they have on this album. They have it on other works too, but this here is for me personally, this is the perfect combination. But again, it's not going to be in any other people's list of perfect masterpiece albums that deserve to be on some list. This is my personal favorite. Now, this next one at number three, I got the number three here. This probably could have been higher or lower, because again, everything could switch around a little bit. Out of all the albums I have of this group, okay, of these two guys who write the most interesting music and has such a variety of styles and that, I could have picked a couple of other albums which I think are perfect, but this one here I always seem to want to go to this one just because of the length of it, because it's the perfect length for this style of music. Sometimes length, sometimes it could be longer albums, it doesn't matter, but sometimes a little bit shorter albums can do wonders for a certain genre, and for just having 6 songs. Yeah, I'm talking about Number One in Heaven by Sparks. This album, I put it on, and it's just I'm not sick of any songs. I'm giving Could this be my favorite Sparks album ultimately? As much as I really love Propaganda and I want Propaganda to be at first place, my track record that I keep going to this. I keep going to this. I keep wanting to play this because it's just so, yeah, it's just so catchy, and it's just so, yeah. Okay, number two. Again, I could talk. I gotta try to truncate. Okay, at number two is my next request that it was my bonus request that I got. I'm going to have a reaction to on the Patreon with Larry Graves, because I'm on his album reaction Patreon. It's so fun every month to come up with a new album to give him, and it's not necessarily, it really isn't about the grade. I'm not even marking them down like I used to, because it's not about the grade. It's about having fun. Even if he gives it a 7 out of a 7 out of 10. It really doesn't matter, but I don't think so. I'm predicting this is going to be a 10 out of 10. I listened to it last night on the headphones again, and it's just like, like, yeah, I never get sick of any of the songs. I'm talking about Lemonheads. It's a Shame About Ray. This is at number two. Okay, this is at number two. Very underrated in my opinion. This is why this deserves to be at number two. Probably even deserves it at number one. But I have something else at number one, which is my, again, I could have put like Tool, Tool Lateralis, this album here on that list. Okay, but again, it's popular enough. It's not an underrated album. This is definitely underrated. People who don't know I always put this as one of the top, just right alongside it goes. This is right next to my Weezer Blue album. Not that they're the same or they sound the same or they have the same genre or anything like that. But it's because of the I don't know why I always compare them to Weezer in a weird way. It's because of once you get into them, yeah, I don't know. I find these guys should be as popular as Weezer, but they're not. You know, and Weezer should be more popular than they are. I think they're great. I want to get some more albums from Weezer. I only have the Blue album, their debut, but yeah, people are a little bit more familiar with that, so that's not as underrated. So that's why that wouldn't be on the list. Okay, at number one, before I wow, already 21 minutes. Gosh darn it, I can't keep under 20 minutes. Darn it. This is number one. This is number one. King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, you know, why do I consider this for the genius of the idea, the sheer energy of it? Right behind this is my favorite album of all time, okay? This is now my second favorite album of all time. I cannot rave enough about it. I probably could also put like the flying microtonal banana on there too. I think that's awesome. I could put I I could even put Paper Mache Dream Balloon on there too, because those are perfect albums. I never get tired of listening to them. All the songs are solid. Any of their albums, I can put on. But to choose one that's an underrated masterpiece, yep, 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 that's what it is. I mean, I could call this up. I could put on the thumbnail on that underrated masterpiece or perfect albums. I might do a combination. I usually put the same combination of title to my thumbnails as I do with my. I might just change that up this time. All right, I am done. Longer than I thought I was going to go, but it had to be done. It had to be done. Wow, I got to get to work in 40 minutes. So as I'm posting this, I'll be getting ready to go and leave and everything. So everybody, please, what I'm going to say. Well, if you are considering subscribing to my channel, don't, not yet. Please go watch some more of my other videos. I have a playlist or two you can go and check out first. Make sure my channel is right for you. But please do leave me a like. Don't be afraid of that like button. Leave me comments. I'm not the best at getting to them always, but I love hearing from you. If as long as you get a channel heart, you know that I loved your comment and love that you commented. So please do. All right, everybody, I'm done. Please be safe. Take care. I will see you on the flip side. And please, everybody, have a great day, evening, morning, night, afternoon, wherever you may be. Peace, everybody.